Hi, my dear students. Good evening to one and all. Now, welcome back our favorite video channel SGVS BRK. Now, this time we have to discuss JEE Mains 2021 February session question paper solutions. Yesterday we have to discuss 6 problems already discussed in shift 1 paper. Now, here also let us discuss the remaining problems in the same shift. Here the first one. Which of the following is tautology? Now the next question is which of the following is tautology? Now this question came from mathematical reasoning. So this question is came from mathematical reasoning. Now compulsory one question will be given from this topic. Now before going to this solution, first we have to discuss tautology and contradiction. Now here, which of the following is the tautology? Now tautology means, now here we have to take one of the compound preposition. Now that compound preposition at any cases, that is always truthful statement. So this is called tautology. In any case, the given compound statement is always truthful statement. So this is called tautology. Otherwise that is called, here in any case the given compound statement is always false statement. In any case the given compound statement is always false statement. In any case given compound statement is always fallacy statement. Then that is called contradiction or fallacy. So this is the definition of tautology and fallacy. Now here in that given problem, which of the following compound proposition is tautology? Now we are using truth table. Now in that truth table, the last column of the table, the last column means the given compound proposition. First of all, here we have to take individual propositions. First of all, in that we have to take A and B. These are two individual propositions. Now here we take A implies B, and also we have to take A and A implies B, and also we have to take A and A implies B implies B. Now the implication of A and A implication B and B. Now this is the last compound proposition. So now we do not, this is the last column. In that last column, here the individual statements truth values are TT, TF, FT, FF. That means first of all we have to take these two are always truthful, and the first one is true, second one is false. First one is false, second one is true. Now both are the false statements. So first of all we have to take individual propositions, and also we have to take in the given compound proposition whatever it may be the remaining compound propositions. First we have to take A implies B, and A implies B, and A implies B implies B. So this is the total given compound proposition. So now here the truth values of this one always T. The truth values are all equals to T. Then that is called tautology. For suppose the last column of the table, the truth values are always false, then that is called, the given compound proposition is called contradiction. Always truthful, always truth values, all are equals to T, then that is called tautology. All are equals to false, then that is called contradiction. But here some of the truth values are true, some of the truth values are false, or at least one value is false. In that all truth values equals to T except one. Now the remaining one is false. Then that type of compound proposition is neither tautology nor contradiction. Neither tautology nor contradiction. So here three cases are arised. All truth values equals to T, that is called tautology. all truth values equals to f, that is called contradiction. Sum of truth values equal to t, the remaining values are equals to f, then that is called neither tautology nor contradiction. Neither tautology nor contradiction. So this is the main definitions of tautology, contradiction, neither tautology nor contradiction. So this is the main reason for this type of question. Now let us go to the solution of this problem. Now in the first option is A and A implies B implies B. Now in that the individual propositions are only two. Now first we take the first option. Here this is A, this is B. Now the next one is A implies B. Our next one is A and A implies B. The final value is A and A implies B implies B. Now in that the truth values of A and B are TT, TF, FT, FF. Now A implies B. Here the truth values of A implies B is false. If the hypothesis, the first statement is true, the second statement is false. That means hypothesis is true and conclusion is false. The truth value of A implies B is false. Remaining cases, the truth value of A implies B is always true. So this is the definition of condition for A implies B. And also here we take A and A implies B. Now we are using conjunction. The connector is conjunction. The truth values of the truth table of conjunction. Here A and A implies B. Now these two are. Let us take these two. Now in the two, compulsory these truth values are always true. Then the result is true. In the remaining cases, T and F, that is F, F and T, that is F, F and T, that is F. In both cases, the given individual statements is always true. Then A and A implies B is true. In the remaining cases, this is false. Now here we take A and A implies B implies B. Now here we take hypothesis. Hypothesis is A and A implies B and conclusion is B. Now the implication of these two. Now here we take in reverse process. T and T. T implies T, that is T. F implies F, that is also T. F implies T. So first statement is false, second statement is true. Hypothesis is false, conclusion is true. Now here also we take T. So these two are false. Now the conclusion, the total truth value of this one is always T. Now here we have to observe in the first option A and A implies B. The all truth values of this statement is equals to T. Therefore, this is tautology. Now in the given four options, in the first option, the last column of this truth table is always equals to T. Therefore, this compound statement is called tautology. Similarly, here we take B implies A and A implies B. Here we take in reverse process. B implies second one. This is second one. B implies A and A implies B. Now here we take this process. So the implication of this one, T implies T, that is T. F implies F, that is T. T implies F. Now the first statement is true and the second statement is false. Now here also we take false. Now in that this is false, this is false. So this is T. Now in that only in the third case, the truth value of this compound proposition, second option, this compound proposition is false. Now this is in that case, so this is called, second one is called neither tautology nor contradiction. So the second option is neither tautology nor contradiction. Similarly, we have to follow the third one. A and A or B. Here we take A or B. A or B. In that truth table, the condition is the given two statements are always false. Now that final value is false. In the remaining ways, always true. So T, T or T, T or F, F or T, F or F, F. Now A or B. In that A or B, the given two statements are always false. The final value is false. In the remaining cases is true. So this is also neither tautology. So A or B, and also here we take A and A or B. A and A or B. So T and T, T and T, F and T, F and F. Now in that also, all truth values are not equals to T, all truth values are not equals to F. Sum of truth values equals to T, sum of truth values equal to F. So this is also neither tautology nor contradiction. Similarly, in that fourth option also we have to check A or B and A. A or B and A. Now here A and A or B, A or B and A. So these two are commutative property. Now we take reverse A or B and A. Now here also we get the same truth values T, F. So in this case also the compound proposition, fourth option is also neither tautology nor contradiction. So in the given four options, the first option is always tautology. So this is the final value. This is the solution for this question. Now the next problem. Here this problem given in probability. Here the problem is a fair die is thrown n times. Here we take one fair die that is thrown n times. Here given the conditions, the probability of getting an odd number twice. The probability of getting an odd number twice is equal to the probability of getting an even number thrice. Here we have to observe the probability of getting an odd number twice is equal to the probability of getting an even number thrice. An even number thrice. Then here to find the probability of getting an odd number of times. Here given to find the probability of getting an odd number of times. Now in that one we have to take one fair die. In that fair die, totally 6 digits are there. In six places are there. Now in 6 surfaces, totally 6 numbers are there. In that 6 numbers, total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In that one, this is first one. This is second one. This is third one. This is fourth one. This is fifth one. This is sixth one. So totally 6 surfaces are there. In the 6 surfaces, 6 digits, 6 dots are there. Now in that, here the probability of getting an odd number twice. The probability of getting an odd number. Here the odd number is 1, 3, 5. Even number is 2, 4, 6. Now the probability of getting an odd number twice. Here the probability of an odd number is twice to the probability of getting an even number. Now here we take the relation. Given condition is probability of getting an odd number. Probability of getting an odd number of twice is equal to probability of getting an even number thrice. Now in that we have to take an odd number. The probability of an odd number is the probability of an odd. Now here the probability of an odd number. Here there are 3 odd numbers, there are 3 even numbers. Now the probability of an odd number is 1 by 2. At the same time, the probability of even number also 1 by 2. Now P is odd number, Q is even number. But probability of P and Q is always equals to 1 by 2. Now here we take twice. Now here the fair die thrown total number of times equals to n. The fair die thrown number of times equal to n. Now we take the formula is NCR into 1 by 2 power n, P power n equals to, here also we take NCR into 1 by 2 power n. Because of here we take probability of odd number or probability of even number equals 1 by 2. Now here we have to write NC twice. So here R can be taken as 2. NC2 into 1 by 2 power n. In that also we have to take NC3 into 1 by 2 power n. In both sides 1 by 2 power n will be cancelled. NC2 can be written as n into n minus 1 by 2. In right side, here we written as n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 by 3 factorial, that is 6. Now here in that both one, n into n minus 1, n into n minus 1 cancelled. 2 1 ja, 2 3 ja. Now here we write n minus 2 equal to 3. I think here we get n equals to 3 plus 2, that is 5. So here the fair die is thrown 5 times. The fair die is thrown 5 times. Now here to find the probability of getting an odd number of times. Here we have to take the probability of getting odd number. Here we write success is getting, here probability of an odd number of times. Here probability of an odd number of times. That means here we take P1 plus P3 plus P5. Now here P1 means here we take NC1 1 by 2 whole power n plus NC3 1 by 2 whole power n plus NC5 1 by 2 whole power n. In that we have to take common 1 by 2 power n. Here NC1 means n, NC3, so NC3 plus NC5. Now here we write 1 by 2 power 5, n value is 5, 1 by 2 power 5 into 5 plus 5C3 plus 5C5. Now clearly 1 by 32 into 5 plus 5C3 is 10 plus 5C5 is 5. Sorry, 1. Now this is equals to 16. 10 plus 1 11 plus 5 16 by 32. Now the probability is 16 1 is 16 2. Probability is 1 by 2. So here our final probability of getting an odd number of times is 1 by 2, which is in the option 3. This is the solution for this question. Now the next problem. Here given differential equation problem. Here the given data is population of a town at time t is given by one differential equation. Population of a town, here given town population at time t is denoted as one differential equation, that is d of pt by dt equal to 0.5 into p of t minus 450. Here given population, town population, here given town population, one of the town population at time t, that is denoted as d of pt by dt equal 0.5 into pt p of t minus 450. And also here population of town at 0 becomes 850. This is already given. P of 0 equal 850. Here find the time. This is initial time. in that initial time is can be taken as 0. P of 0 is 850. Now here find the time when population of town becomes 0. Now in that, first of all we have to take the given differential equation. Given differential equation d of p of t by dt equal to 0.5 into p of t minus 450. Now here we write d of p of t by dt equals to, here we write 0.5 is 1 by 2. Now we take 1 by 2 common, then we write p of t minus 900 by 2. Here p of t by 2 means 0.5 into p of t minus 900 by 2 means 450. Now here we have to separate the variables. Separating the variables, we write d of p of t by p of t minus 900 equals to here we write dt by 2. Integrating on both sides. Integrating on both sides. Here we write integral of d of p of t by p of t minus 900 equals to integral dt by 2. Now in that, here in the d of p of t is there. So p of t is one of the variable. Now here integrating with respect to p of t, this is 1 by p of t minus 900. Now derivative of p of t is 1. Derivative of p of t is 1. Here with respect here we have to take differentiation with respect to p of t. Now here we take log of integral f dash x by f of x into dx. It can be taken as log mod fx. Log mod p of t minus 900 equals to, here integral dt by 2 can be written as t by 2. Integral dt by 2 can be written as t by 2. Now here in between, here we have to integrate in between 0 to t. In between 0 to t. Now we take in that, this is also 0 to t. 0 to t. Here also we take 0 to t. In that the limits are 0 to t. Now from that one, here directly we have to take the upper limit log mod p of t minus 900 minus of log mod p of 0 minus 900 equals to, this is t by 2. Now which implies log of p of t minus 900 minus log mod p of 0 value already given 850 minus 900 equal t by 2. Now which implies log mod p of t minus 900 minus log minus 50. Log of mod minus 50 equal t by 2. Now which implies this is log a minus log b formation. Now we write log a by b. Log mod p of t minus 900 by 50 equal to t by 2. Now here we have to observe, here to find the time when the population of town becomes 0. Now the population of town becomes 0. At we take t equal to t1, p of t1 equal to p of t equal to 0. At t equal to t1, p of t equal to 0. Now we write log mod p of t, that is 0 minus 900 by 50 equal to t1 by 2. Now in that, this is 0 0 cancel, 5 1 is 5 18. So log mod minus 18. So log mod minus 18 equals to t1 by 2. From this one the time t1 equals to 2 log mod 18. So 2 log 18. Now in that options, so here options also be already given. ln 9. Second option is 3 ln 4. Third option is 2 ln 18. Fourth option is ln 18. Now ln or log. Here we take log base e. So here we take log base e. These are all we take base e. Now base e can be taken as natural logs. Now here we write log base e, that means 2 ln 18. Now in that option, third option is the right answer. So this is the time when population of town becomes 0. Now here we take t equal to 1, p of t, population of town becomes 0. Now we take 0. Now using this condition to find t. So t equals to 2 log 18. Now here the next problem. The area bounded by the region inside the circle and outside the parabola. Here to find the area. Now that area bounded by the region, one of the circle which is inside the circle and outside the parabola. The given area is inside the circle and outside the parabola. Now we take one diagram. So this is the circle. Now this is the parabola. Here this is the center of the circle and vertex of the parabola. Now circle is already given. So here 36 means 6 square. Now here the radius of the circle is 6. And also y square equal 9x. This is the parabola. And similarly the circle equation is x square plus y square equal to 36. Now here the area is bounded by inside the circle and outside the parabola. Inside the circle means this is the inside, this is the outside. Inside the circle and outside the parabola. Now we calculate this area. Now in that, first we have to take the given curves are x square plus y square equal to 36, which is equation 1, and y square equal 9x, which is equation 2. Now here we have to take from equation 1. Here we write x square, y square value is 9x. 9x minus 36 equal to 0. From this one we have to write x square. So here we take 12 3 is 36 plus 12x minus 3x minus 36 equal to 0. Now in that one we have to observe, we take common x plus 12 minus 3. Here we take common minus 3, x plus 12. Now here we write x minus 3 into x plus 12 equal to 0. From this one x equal to 3 or x equal to 12. Now here we have to write x equal to 3 or x equal to minus 12. Now x equal to minus 12. But here we have to observe y square equal 9x. Now y square means this is the square of the y. So which is always positive. So the square of any value can be taken as positive. Now here we take y square equal to 9 into minus 12, that is minus 108. If x equal to minus 12, y square equal to 9 into minus 12, this is minus 108. So which is not possible. Now we take x equal to 3. Then y square equal to 9 into 3, 27. From this one we have to write y value is plus or minus 3 root 3. Now here the point of intersection of the curves circle and parabola. This is P, this is Q. Now we join. So now we join P and Q. Now this is 3. This is 6. This is 6. Now here we have to observe in that one point of intersection. Points of intersection of the curves are P of 3n plus 3 root 3 and Q of 3n minus 3 root 3. So these are point of intersections. Now here we take the area. Here we take the area. That area is bounded by circle and parabola. Here we take inside the circle and outside the parabola. Now here we have to eliminate this area. We have to eliminate this red color area. Required area equal to circle area minus red color area. So this is our required area. Now therefore required area can be taken as area of the circle, that is pi r square. Here using area of the circle formula, pi r square minus, here we have to observe this is twice. Here we take this is the symmetrical area. This is the symmetrical area. Now we take pi r square minus 2 into integral 0 to 3 y dx, integral 0 to 3 y dx plus integral 3 to 6 y dx. Integral 0 to 3 y dx plus integral 3 to 6 y dx. Now here pi into r value, area of the radius of the circle, that is 6 units. That is the 6 units. Now we have to take pi into 6 square minus 2 into integral 0 to 3 y. In that one we have to take y square equal 9x, that means y equal to square root 9x. Square root 9x. Now here we write square root 9x, that means 3 root x into dx, plus in that we have to take 3 to 6. Y means this is the area of the circle. Here we take the curve y square equal to 36 minus x square. 36 minus x square. So here we take square root of 36 minus x square into dx. Now this is 36 pi minus, now here we write 2 into, here this is 3 root x integration. So this is 3 by 2. Now we write 2 by 3 into x root x. In between the interval 0 to 3. 2, 3, 3, 3 cancel here. Now in the second integration 3 to 6. So this is the a square minus x square formula. Now we take x by 3, x by 2 into square root 36 minus x square plus a square by 2, 36 by 2 into sine inverse of x by a. A means 6. Sine inverse of x by 6. In between the limits 3 to 6. In between the limits 3 to 6. Now here we write 36 pi minus 2 into, here we take upper limit 2 into 3. 2 into 3 6. So 6 root 3. 2 into 3 6. 6 root 3 minus 0. So this is the first one. Now we take here upper limit 6. 6 by 2 means 3 into 36 minus 6. 36 minus 36 plus here this is 18. Sine inverse 6 by 6 is 1. So this is the upper limit minus of, here we take 3 by 2. We substitute 3. 3 by 2 into square root of 36 minus x square means 9 plus 18 into sine inverse of 3 by 6 means 1 by 2. Now we write 36 pi minus 2 6 jar 12 root 3. Here this is 0. Now here we write plus 18 into sine inverse 1 is pi by 2. Sine inverse 1 is pi by 2 minus here 2 into 18. 2 into 18. Multiply with 2. 2 into 18, 36. 36 into pi by 2 minus, here 2 will be cancelled in that, minus into minus plus, 2 will be cancelled, 3 into 27. 27 means 3 root 3. This is also 3 root 3. Here we take minus into minus plus, 2 into 18. 2 into 18, 36 into sin inverse 1 by 2, that is 5 by 6. Now here we write 36 pi. So in that we have to take minus 2 into 18. So minus 2 into 18 means minus 36. Here we take minus 36. So 36 pi minus 18 pi plus 6 minus 18 pi. This is plus 6 pi. So 18 plus 6 minus 18 pi plus 6 pi. So this is 9 root 3. Minus 12 plus 9. So minus 3 root 3. Minus 12, 3 3 is 9. Minus 12 plus 9, minus 3 root 3. Now here we have to observe 36 minus 18. 18 plus 6, 24. So 24 pi minus 3 root 3. So this is our required area. Required area equal to 24 pi minus 3 root 3 square units. So this is our final value, which is in the option, third option. This is the solution for this question. Now the next problem. The equation of plane perpendicular to the planes 3x plus y minus 2z plus 1 equal 0, and another plane is 2x minus 5y minus z plus 3 equal 0, such that it passes through the point 1, 2, minus 3. Now this is very easiest question, direct question in 3D planes. Now here, first of all we have to take the given two planes are phi 1 equal to 3x plus y minus 2z plus 1 equal 0, and another plane phi 2 equals to 2x minus 5y minus z plus 3 equal to 0. Now here, first of all we have to take the direction ratios of these two planes. Here a1 equal to 3, b1 equal to 1, c1 equal to minus 2, a2 equal to 2, b2 equal to minus 5, c2 equal to minus 1. Now here these are direction ratios. These are direction ratios. Here these are direction ratios of phi 1 and phi 2. And given point x1, y1, z1, that is 1 to minus 3. That is 1 to minus 3. Now here to find our required plane is perpendicular to both these two planes and passing through this point. Now here we have to take, we know that required plane is perpendicular to pi 1 and pi 2 planes and passes through the point x1, y1, z1 is, here we take determinant of x minus x1, y minus y1, z minus z1. This is the first row. Now the second row is a1, b1, c1. We take drs of first plane. Similarly, we take drs of second plane. This is the third row, a2, b2, c2 equal to 0. Now we are substitute the values. X minus x1 means x minus 1, y minus 2, z plus 3, a1, b1, c1, 3, 1 minus 2. Similarly, a2, b2, c2, 2 minus 5 minus 1, which is equal to 0. Now it can simplify. So here we take 1 into 1 minus 1, x minus 1 into minus 1 minus 10, minus of y minus 2 into minus 3 plus 4 plus of z plus 3 into minus 15 minus 2. So this is equal to 0. Now we can simplify that. This is minus 11. Minus 11 into x, minus 11x. Minus 11 into minus 1 plus 11. Now here this is 1. So minus y plus 2. So in that minus 17. Minus 17 into z. Minus 17z. Minus 17 into 3. Minus 17 into 3. Minus 51. Equal to 0. Now here multiply with minus 11x plus y plus 17z. Here this is 13. 51 minus 13. So that is minus 38. Already multiplied with minus. Now this is plus 38 equal 0. Now the solution of this question. 11x plus y plus 17z plus 38 equal 0. Which is in the option? First option. So this is the solution. Now here we have to take direct formula. Determinant of x minus x1, y minus y1, z minus z1, a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2 equal 0. So this is the required plane perpendicular to given two planes pi 1 and pi 2. Here let us assume that this is the pi 1 plane, this is the pi 2 plane. Now the diagram is, so this is one plane, so this is another plane. Now we take perpendicular plane is, now here this is also 90 degrees, this is also 90 degrees. So generally we have to take these two are two intersecting planes, and this plane is both perpendicular to both planes. So this is the solution for this question. Now the next problem. This is also three-dimensional geometric problem. The distance of the point P 119 from the point of intersection of plane x plus y plus z equal to 17, and the line x minus 3 by 1 equal to y minus 4 by 2 equal to z minus 5 by 2. So here the distance of the point P 119 from the point of intersection. Here to find another point, that point is point of intersection of this plane and this line. Now we take, this is one plane and this is one line. Now here to find the point of intersection, let it be Q. Now here this is one point P. Now here to find the distance between P and Q. So this is the point of intersection of, this is the line, this is the plane. Now here we have to take given equation of line is x minus 3 by 1 equal to y minus 4 by 2 equal to z minus 5 by 2. So this is the symmetric form of the line. This is the symmetric form. Now here we have to take, let us take some k equals k. K is parameter. Now the parametric form of this symmetric line can be taken as here x minus 3. Now equating each and every value equals to k. X minus 3 equal to k. From that one x equal to 3 plus k. Similarly y minus 4 equal to 2 into k, 2k, which implies y equal to 2k plus 4. And similarly z minus 5 equal to 2k. From this one z equals to 2k plus 5. Now here we have to observe this q is the point on the line. Let q equals to, here we take the parametric point 3 plus k, 2k plus 4 and 2k plus 5. So this is B the point of intersection of the line and plane. The line and plane. Now since clearly then Q lies on the plane. Q lies on the plane. Here we take the plane pi equal to x plus y plus z equals to 11. Sorry, 17. Now here substitute this point on the plane. Here we take x value is 3 plus k, y value is 2k plus 4, z value is 2k plus 5 equal to 17. Now here k plus 2k 3k, 3k plus 2k 5k. So total k terms are 5, 3 plus 4 7, 7 plus 5 12. Now here we take 17 minus 12, that is also 5. From this one k equals to 5 by 5 equal to 1. So here we get the value of k. Now from this value of k, substitute in the q point, then q equals to 3 plus k, that is 3 plus 1, 2k plus 4, 2 into 1 plus 4, 2k plus 5, 2 into 1 plus 5. So this is the q point, and simplifying 4, 6, 7. 4, 6, 7. So this is the point of q. Now we have to find distance between PQ. Already given the point P. Now given point P equal to 119. This is 467. Therefore distance between PQ equals to, our formula is using distance formula, square root of x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square plus z1 minus z2 whole square. Now in that, here substitute 4 minus 1 whole square plus 6 minus 1 whole square plus 7 minus 9 whole square. Now here 4 minus 1 square means 9, 3 square means 9, 5 square means 25, 2 square means 4, minus 2 square means 4. So 25 plus 4, 29 plus 9, square root 38. So this is the solution. Here options also given. The options are, so options not given. So this is integer type question. So the distance between P and Q is square root 38. First of all, we have to take symmetric form. In that symmetric form, it will be converted into parametric form. Now here in the parametric form, this point is lie on the line and plane. Now which is considered as point of intersection of line and plane. Now here clearly this point lies on the plane also. Now we substitute that point in x and y and z places, and simplifying we get the value of k, and substitute the k point in the q. Substitute k value in the q point, we get q point is 467. Already given the point P is 119. Now using distance formula, and to find distance between P and Q, that is square root 38. This is the solution for this question. A point is moving on the line such that arithmetic mean of reciprocals of intercepts on axis is 1 by 4. There are 3 stones whose positions are 2, 2, 4, 4, 1, 1. Find the stone which satisfies the line. Here one point is moving on the line. That point such that the point position is the arithmetic mean of reciprocals of intercepts. Here given one line. Here in that line, first of all to find intercepts of the line, that intercepts. Here we take the arithmetic mean of reciprocals of intercepts. The arithmetic mean of reciprocals of intercepts on x-axis, on both axes equals to 1 by 4. Now here, first of all we have to take one diagram. Now here, one line intersects both the coordinate axes. Now let it be taken as, this is 0b, this is a0. Now here, one point already moved. Now which is in the position 2, 2, 4, 4, 1, 1. Now let it be taken, x coordinate and y coordinate are always equal. Now let it be taken as some h comma k. Now clearly we have to observe, these are a and b are intercepts of the line. Now let us consider the equation of line which is in the intercept form. First we take, let the line be which is in intercept form. That is x by a plus y by b equal to 1. Now here because of a and b are two intercepts. Now x by a plus y by b equal to 1. Similarly, this is which is equation 1. Now, in that we have to observe hk also one of the point. Now clearly this point will satisfy this equation. Then since h comma k is the point on the line, then h by a plus k by b equal to 1, which is equation 1. Now clearly we have to observe the reciprocals of the arithmetic mean of reciprocals. Here the reciprocal of a is 1 by a, the reciprocal of b is 1 by b. Since arithmetic mean of reciprocals of intercepts equals to given, that is 1 by 4. Now here reciprocals means 1 by a and 1 by b. Arithmetic mean of these two. Now we take 1 by a plus 1 by b 4 by 2. That value is given 1 by 4. So this is the arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean of any two numbers is a plus b by 2. Let us take as a, b. A, b are two numbers. Then we take arithmetic mean of a, b, a plus b by 2. Now here arithmetic mean of reciprocals of intercepts. Now reciprocal of intercepts are 1 by a and 1 by b. Now the arithmetic mean of 1 by a and 1 by b can be denoted as 1 by a plus 1 by b whole by 2, that equal to 1 by 4. Now from this one, clearly we have to observe 2 1 j 2 2 j. Now in that equation 1 by a plus 1 by b equal to 1 by 2. So 1 by a plus 1 by b equal to 1 by 2. Now let us take 2 to left side. Then we write 2 by a plus 2 by b equal to 1. 2 by a plus 2 by b equal to 1. Now this is equation 2. Now comparing equation 1 and 2, clearly we have to observe the value of x can be replaced by 2, the value of k can be replaced by 2. So comparing equations 1 and 2, we get hk equals to 2 comma 2. Now clearly in the given positions, 3 positions, now 2 2 is the one stone position, that is hk equal to 2. Now 4 4 is not there and 1 1 is also not satisfied these two equations. 4 4 and 1 1 are not satisfied these two equations. Now let us take the position of the stone can be taken as 2 comma 2. Now in that only first option is the right answer. So this is the solution for this question.